It's strange. I felt today like I'm awake, I'm conscious. I've been up, I've had a nap already, I've had lunch and all that. But there's some kind of lingering, I just don't feel fully awake. And not in an unpleasant way, just in a, I don't know. It's interesting. What that has to do with, but maybe that's just like full disclosure. I'm things are a little dreamy. This is a quote from somebody named Kate Foster. I didn't write down it was a book or what, but I think it's great. I think it's a deep consolation to know that spiders dream, that monkeys tease predators, that dolphins have accents, that lions can be scared silly by a lone mongoose, that otters hold hands, and ants bury their dead, that there isn't their life and our life, nor your life and my life, that it's just our teetering and endless thread, and all of us are entangled as deep as entanglement goes. I find that a consolation too. I love that. Otters hold hands. I mean, come on. So yeah. And that, there's that, because I think we tend here often to think of entanglement as a negative, a toxic entanglement or codependency. And that's just the shadow side of it. There's an aspect to entanglement that is everything good about the network that we are. Because we're otters who want to hold hands. There is that. So let's see what we're talking about here. As deep can be. So how do we best honor that, I guess, is a good question. And this is, divination is all about the question. What is it we want to know? What matters? Seven of Pentacles. Well, it's practical. It's expressed in 3D. It's about growing and nurturing something and spending the time to do that. And it's in Pentacles energy, but it's very heart-centered. It's like heart activation, okay, I feel the love in my heart. Now, how do I make it real, put it to practical use? And I think we're used to thinking of, at least I am, practical schmactical. I don't want that. I'm a Virgo. I should want it, I guess, because I'm interested in doing this. It's entanglement of a kind. It's like we're all, she talks about the otters and the ants and I can't remember, there are jellyfish involved, but, it's like one consciousness expressed in myriad ways. And that's the paradox of where we are. The multitude, the multiverse, the multi-la-la, and yet this. We're all in this together. All of us. Oh boy, had that yesterday, devil. And even though I make a speech every time about how positive I think this card is, I see it and say, oh no. Who wants to work that hard? It's Capricorn energy. It's like, oof, no, not more, more work. You can't do this and have growth in your life without doing this. And I just, myself included, I'm like, I don't want to work that hard. I want it to be easy. I want it to be, maple syrup right out of the tree. And it doesn't work that way. Work that way, Pentacle energy. It's like, woe is us. We're in the land of time and space. We have to sort of sing for our supper, and plant the seeds and harvest them. And I think in this case, it's the seed of the self. Unencumbered by, or somehow at peace with our neediness. I don't know. That's right. Well, it's more Pentacles energy. The seed. I just was talking about the seed that, through effort and energy and time. I mean, it's not only that we need to put in effort into something. Time needs to pass. And yet there is a timeless quality about this too. This potential in Ace of Pentacles. It's the opportunity for that. For that, whatever it is to grow. And I think their shadow work is part of it. And we all kind of want to shy away from it because it's scary stuff. This can be a card of fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of who we might really be if we were unmasked. Who I might be. Pentacles energy. The I card. The I am, But there's, I think, therefore I am. But this is like, I am, therefore I am. Shadow and all. Boy, have we been getting that just... I can see people like clicking off because who wants to... More Pentacles, I just don't believe it. Six of Pentacles. What's sought after here is equal exchange. It's not a toxic relationship where one person gets to suckle off the other, be a succubus. It's all this sort of, that kind of entanglement. It's depicted here in how twisted this thing gets. And it's, basically bring it to consciousness where we can work on it, Pentacles energy. And how it expresses in our life, Pentacles energy. And how we can share it. In real terms, Pentacles energy, like share the bounty. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Tell us about Devil, please. King of Swords. This is hanging on, kind of for dear life, Pentacles energy. This is somebody who stands back and detaches. Perhaps from anything that's a toxic entanglement. But there's there are things such as quantum entanglement. I mean, it's just trippy. But what happens over here affects what happens over here sometimes, even though the two are separated by space, time, distance. Like it's that interconnectedness, the sort of Indra's net, the network. So this is somebody who is smart and is not easily drawn into entanglement of a negative nature, because they know sword energy, the difference. They're clear thinking, they're analytical, but they might as well be afraid of the shadow side, because they're all about, like, I stand back and I understand. Well, the thing about shadow that is perplexing and necessary is that you have to go toward it. Not to analyze it, but to, really dig into how is this affecting my real life. Because this is real, but it is one step back. And that's a very useful thing, but maybe not in when you're trying to do the shadow work. It entails acknowledging, that's me, that thing I consign to the corner. And really, if you put yourself in the corner, how do you do this? Come forward and share yourself, share your life, share. I was going to say everything about who you are, but I don't think we ever, if we're not aware of it ourselves. And it's not like with any partner, with any person that you don't want to dump your energy on each other. So it's kind of a delicate balance. This is a card of balance. We have the white buffalo here in the four directions. And I think sometimes in sharing something, it can open it up to everything. It can grow into that kind of relationship. Is it this one? The cards are doing a lovely, wow, star card. The cards are doing a lovely, I'll say. I don't know where that comes. I'll say it's like our gang comedy. This is sort of our gang. It's the Aquarian energy of the collective. Knowing that as my life improves, other people's lives improve. As your life improves, it's the quantum entanglement idea. Not only with the person right sitting next to you, or the memory of the person who last sat next to you. There's something timeless about once we've really connected with somebody, it cannot be, will the circle be unbroken by and by? Well, I think there's a way in which the circle isn't broken. The bad cycle can and should be broken. The pattern that holds you back, the thing that makes you be stuck in place, it's really all about growth. And there's work to do to look at, recognize, work with Capricorn energy, the things inside us, inside our psyche, that may have been there a long time, perhaps even planted in childhood. Planted. That need to be dug up and looked at. Not like we dig up the bone and gnaw on it. But something transformative happens when the dark energy is brought into the light. Into the light, so we can heal it. If we haven't acknowledged it, here it is. Here it is, the real thing. I am. It includes embracing a lot of who we wish we weren't, or who we've... it's almost like I'm seeing it here as a card of disassociation. Things of the past being able to have impact in our psyches that makes us disassociate. Well, this is like coming back into ourselves. Here we are as a real physical being in a real physical life. There's so much potential here for growth and connection in 3D. In 3D. A positive exchange of energies. And I think now this person can understand and identify in a really positive air energy way. You know, it's me and it's us. I don't know if I'm articulating it very well, but it's the individual and the collective. And we have a collective unconscious. And in that collective unconscious is devil energy. Things that have stuck, that have kept us stuck, maybe generation to generation. You know, what's it called? You know, there's an idea of inherited trauma, that it's passed down through genes that express or don't express. So it isn't even stuff that necessarily happened in your lifetime. Deeply buried stuff that needs to be brought to the surface. What does that mean? Deeply buried stuff that needs to be brought to the surface on 6 of Pentacles. Judgment. You know, this life in 3D, the physical life perhaps I'm leading now, but as it has its underpinnings in archetypal life, you know, creation and recreation, and I suppose recreation. There may be some implicit message to lighten up. It isn't all Capricorn, you know, it isn't work, 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 work. It's like throw up your hands and, you know. Okay. On Star card, 6 of Cups. Is it really 6 of Cups? Yes, 6 of Cups. That's the card of the soulmate. For some reason, it made me think 6 of Wands because it's so dynamic. It's got the two, you know, usually it indicates soulmates, the 2 people, the 2 little kids. Well, here they're atop the Pegasus, riding in tandem. Some kind of healed past life relationship, or just somebody with whom you're this close. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. I love those synchronous numbers. 12. 12 is Hangman. So sometimes soulmate energy is about coming back around, perhaps to heal something. You might be dealing with an Aquarius. You might be an Aquarius. Star card, King of Swords. But there's some kind of regeneration because, you know, this is somebody with whom you've had a long-standing, perhaps even past life connection. Once in a while, it's encountering somebody and having the feeling, I've known them all my life, even though I'm now laying my eyes on them for the first time. Sorry, throat chakra shutting down. Returning to heal, and part of me just goes, no, don't go there. Because I think it can be triggery for people. But there's a lot to heal here. Doing shadow work takes a lot of energy. Not doing it saps even more energy. But don't kid yourself when anybody who's been in counseling or just in some circumstance that requires us to take a look at ourselves, something that we hadn't looked at before. It takes a hell of a lot of energy in 3D, and Capricornian perseverance. But here's the new life. Something is, new life is being breathed into some relationship. And remember I said it's lightening up? There's that rainbow image. It's lightening up. Lightening up, and suddenly we're atop the Pegasus, and I can't remember it's a unicorn. It's some kind of connection that is just inexplicable. It may go way back, but there's something unique, and both in that delightful Six of Cups flying through the air sense, and in this something deep-seated and that has that potential for the negative, for the shadow aspect of attachment. On Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. I like that because with all this earth energy, now we've got some movement. The Knight of Wands, fast, impulsive, creative, new, inspired, and these guys flying through the air. Whatever, there may be a time of insecurity too, because if you're used to being rooted and kind of rooted right through your root chakra, right to the center of the earth, to suddenly have things lighten up, change, all this sort of life force, established growth energy, and then suddenly, poing, it's kind of like something bursting into blossom. If you've seen those pictures of the slow motion flower opening, and then the seeds go out, it takes a long time to get to the place of there are all the flowers. This is like the seed. Potential, something that holds great potential energy. Somebody's doing something. And I don't think it's this earth person. I think it's the person that the earth person was attached to. Almost to the point being like a tongue twister. Like, how do you ever unravel these two? Well, I think this one is figuring it out by standing back and trying to get clear about it. It may have been such a passionate relationship that it was, it needed this kind of cooling off, perhaps. Too hot to handle. Ace of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. I like that. We have a King of Swords, King of Pentacles. earth and air. Capricorn energy and Aquarian energy. I think there's a potential for an earth sign, perhaps a Capricorn, to begin a new life. Ace of Pentacles. Having really dug deep deeply, deeply into the fertile soil of, what was hidden before and perhaps had become like stunted or stultified. Stultified is now growing, is quickening with this life force energy. And it's the courage to work on stuff. And also the courage to celebrate on Devil, Hierophant. It's the labyrinth that leads to the center point, which is the self, higher self. This is kind of going in search of God within, or it's also massive download through that head chakra. When we face shadow, we face our fear of who we are or who we were, or, things we've inherited from our parents that we wish we could have filtered out. We can't even see how much we've grown beyond that situation. And it's been, this search for it's kind of higher self, but it's a higher self that is fully integrated with the need to work with shadow. It's somebody who understands that the two are inseparable. The only way around shadow is to get to know it. It's like, hey, brother, in this quantum field where I am you, you are me, no judgment here, like that. It could be that through some kind of understanding of addiction, one's addiction to something, because this is higher power. And I don't know everything about addiction. I know what I know, and part of it is you need to surrender ego to higher power, because the ego, entrapped in the addictive pattern, will just want to stay there and will play all sorts of games in order to keep us stuck. And the labyrinth always centers on the self. We each have to do our own shadow work, whether it's with addiction or anything else. You can't outsource it to somebody else. You fix me. I'll just be passive, but you fix me. No, this person is taking a very active role in their own healing. Very spiritual process. Okay, tell us one more on the King of Swords. Empress. I like that because that's a massive hit of earth energy. That's Gaia. I'm grounded in love, Venus energy. It's a card of Taurus and Libra, earth and air. We keep getting that earth-air connection, you know. The entanglement, as above, so below, you know, I mean, very, very positive major arcana cards, including Devil, because Devil is the summoning the energy to work with what holds us back in our lives, earth energy. And the reward is finding ourselves at the center. The pearl and the oyster, and the star above, Empress, Divine Feminine, and the star here. I think somebody may be led to I think it's two people, because it's this and it's this. And I think that there's a bit of a divine, not really intervention per se, but like a prayer answered. And I'm hearing, bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, bring back. Bring back my Bonnie to me. Hierophant, higher level of commitment. Devil energy can also be like just pure passion, just pure so this is both really spiritual and really physical, really grounded in 3D life. It's a lovely reading. We have on the board Taurus in Hierophant, an earth sign, Capricorn in the Devil, another earth sign, Judgment, Empress, another earth sign, Taurus, but also Libra, that King of Swords energy, echoed again here in the star card, a card of Aquarius, air energy. It's a, for all the heaviness of the earth energies, there's this real lightening. You know, Judgment, rising up, Six of Cups, in the air, you know, mid-leap, there's a lot of movement in here, as well as, you know, stability, accountability, mutual respect, equal give and take. I think this is a soulmate relationship. You're really important to each other. This could be your best friend. This could be your spouse. This could be your kid. Your partner. Someone you thought you'd lost. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.